Now, we all know buying groceries has become more expensive than ever, but we're about to find out why. The bosses of Woolies and Coles were forced to cough up some answers during a Senate grilling today. One even threatened with jail time.
Here to help you get your Woolies worth. That's today's Fresh Food People.
I'm the CEO of Woolworths.
Whenever you see the big red hand at Coles,
I am the Managing Director and CEO of Coles Group.
We're not interested in PR spin.
You're not doing yourself a favour.
We're not interested in you kind of bullshitting your way through this committee.
Well, it's not looking good for you at the moment.
A spectacular Senator serve that might have seen big supermarket bosses Woolies' Brad Banducci and Coles' Leah Weckert searching for the nearest self-checkout. Grilled over their take-home pay.
$8.4 million in total.
My total compensation was $3.3 million.
While most of us scrimp and save to get every bang out of our grocery buck.
Your company is making off like bandits and effectively has a licence to print money.
Green Senator Nick McKim led the Canberra Cavalry probe into alleged price gouging by the big two supermarkets.
At Woolworths, we get what families go through.
This is very important because it is open to the Senate to hold you in contempt, and that carries potential sanctions, including up to 6 months imprisonment for you.
McKim pointing the finger at both bosses for raking in multi-billions for their companies during the cost of living crisis.
Plus thousands of specials every week.
You really have no way of proving to the Australian people that you're not price gouging.
Our assessment is that that margin information by category is very sensitive information that would be of interest to the market and also to competitors.
In other words, Coles could prove its innocence, but chooses not to. No backflipping on that policy.
really excited!
The two supermarket giants account for about 2/3 of the market. That can feel like we're forever walking down the aisle in a forced marriage.
How can you possibly deny that you are using your market dominance to do over farmers, to do over workers, and to price gouge your shoppers?
Both chains claim that the supermarket landscape is actually quite competitive, thanks to international retailers Costco and Aldi. And then there's price pressure from Chemist Warehouse, Bunnings, and online giant Amazon.
In Australia, consumers have never had more choice, and this is a good thing.
Woolies and Coles' market dominance called into question as the government works on easing pressure on consumers.
Mr.
Which is the key
Banducci,
measure for our business.
are you struggling with the ordinary English language meaning of the words that I'm using in my questions?
A cold Canberra shoulder for the Woolies boss.
That's why you'll find hundreds of low prices on our brands and even more prices dropped on winter favourites.
And perhaps a sinking feeling for the Coles chief.
We acknowledge that we don't always get it right.
According to Retail and Fast Food Workers Union Secretary Josh Cullinan.
We hear a lot of weasel words, a lot of half answers or non-answers. And so we did get the sense that they recognise that what's going on is not okay. But really, that's the job of the Senate committee, and they need to get to the bottom of exactly what's been going on.
Senators will report their findings by mid-May.
We intend to take learnings and actions back into our business, as we should.
No guarantees from the head honchos, but maybe there's hope for our wallets yet.
It's incumbent on us to consistently show through our behaviours that things are changing.
The community is piling on pressure through these Senate committees, but we need those tools to be available to the regulators. That's all this is about, just opening up the box of tools so the regulators can do their job.
There you go with our thanks.
It's been very helpful. Thank you very much.
Well, let's see how helpful it ends up being for the millions of Aussies looking for a little relief at the checkout.